actually check my mic too.
Yeah, why not? Check your mic.
How's this? Does this sound good?
It sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I see my level. I'm right there.
Yeah. So this is like
Cheers.
Cheers to number 11.
Oh shit. I'm dressed for St. Patty's Day. It's not even. It's like 2 weeks too early.
Was that L'Haim? What is that? What do you say for St. Patty's? There we go, brah. Whatever that is.
Lime. What's this shit?
Stuff in the way.
Yeah, man.
You know, that's what happens.
It's there.
Dude, UFC. Another UFC.
Oh, that was a good one.
Dude, watching that fight, I'm thinking. Do you go through all that horse shit, right? Ding,
Which
ding.
fight? The John Jones fight?
Anyone. Well, I'd say mostly the guys and the girls.
That's all of it.
Well, the guys more than the girls. So,
all right,
so you got that Jones fight, right?
Yeah.
Now you're getting in there. They ding. They start the fight, and they're feeling each other out or whatever. And now you think about.
I'm trying not to get swallows on tape so much.
You see them fighting. They're fighting. They're closing in. And then all of a sudden, the guy grabs them. You think when you first get thrown into the fence, it's cold? Do you think it surprises you? Like, ooh, that's cold. Like when they finally get to the fence, you think the fence is warm? Like it's metal.
Well, no, it's covered in plastic.
Oh. I would think it would be cold. Like, ooh, you touch
Like
something, you're not ready. Get no shirt on, you touch something cold, and you're like, cool.
I think you would do that if the guy reached under and grabbed your anus.
Maybe.
If he was like pulling plums, then maybe you'd get a little ooh.
Is that legal?
I've never heard.
I mean, if you stuck
contrary to that,
you stuck a thumb in a guy's ass. Anything's possible.
What would you call that? That's got to be a move, right? What would you call that?
The silencer.
Who's the kid in the fucking nursery rhyme that stuck his finger in the pie?
So pulled out a plum.
Yes.
Tom Thumb, right? I don't know. He's a midget.
Would you call him the Tom Thumb? No,
Yeah.
Tom Thumb is the midget guy,
Yeah.
right? I don't know, whatever his name is.
Peter Pie guy?
Peter Pumpkin Eater. Nope.
I don't know. But somebody did stick in a thumb and grab the plum.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're getting plums out of where you're going.
Well,
You're going to get a lot of anger.
there may be something on the end of your thumb
Yeah,
if you go deep enough.
that would stop the fight. I think they would stop the fight.
You get 5 minutes for that
I would think so.
to recover.
And I would make sure
In emotional recovery, they have to bring in a therapist.
Support animal.
Yeah.
And if you are the guy who
They
thumbed,
just give you a Pikachu or something, a little stuffed animal. You got a hug.
if you're the thumber too, and I would get the fuck out of Dodge because you're gonna get the shit kicked out of you as soon as it's over.
You hope, but what if you get your ass kicked by the thumber?
Oh, so not only did he thumb
Dude.
you, and he
Dude.
beat you up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that
then
would-
what do? Jump off a bridge?
Yeah, you retire immediately.
Yeah, it's over.
Right.
Do you remember when Forrest Griffin retired?
No.
He got fucked up by Anderson Silva and ran out of the ring and retired.
That was it?
It was
Ran for home?
Yes, it was fucked up.
Was it that bad of a beating?
Yeah, he got smoked.
Right.
Yeah, there was no chance.
Was there a big difference between the two? No, they're like in the same group, right? Age-wise or whatever?
Anderson Silva at that point was like the guy.
Right.
Right? There was no beating him at that point.
Right. But
But nobody really understood. You never started that, you muff.
I got it. We got it.
Nobody, don't worry about it. It's over there.
We got it.
Nobody really understood how much of an ass whooping he's going to put on you until they got in the ring.
Oh, I got you.
Right.
Like,
And then, yeah.
but to go running home, that's a hell of an ass whooping for one of those guys.
Dude, he got dropped and literally ran out of the ring.
That's weird.
It's like not waiting for the results.
He knew.
Well, yeah, it was set in stone already.
Yeah.
It was already done.
He shook hands. He didn't probably shake hands. He probably said, nice fight, and ran for his life.
No, there was none of that. It was just, oh shit, I'm embarrassed. Going home.
Right. Do you think guys back then were more of an anger game than they are now? You think they work together more now? Like they're friendlier now to each other? Or no?
I think there was always a friendly factor to it.
Right.
I think they're all sort of, well, there's something about, like, being in a gym with other people. You kind of get this
Camaraderie.
Even if you're punching each other in the face.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. Even after you fight.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like, if you have this fucking beef between you and then you settle it, then all of a sudden it's like, we're cool.
You don't think there's no disdain all the way up and through? Some of those guys, though.
Of course, some.
Right.
But they're usually fucking wackos, right? They got something to prove.
Well, I think you kind of got to be.
To fight for a living?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, but I think it's more... I'm going to fuck with stuff all this entire podcast. Here we go. This guy can't leave shit alone.
Yeah, keep your hands... Sit on your hands. Like when somebody brings a tambourine to a gig. Sit on your hands. Don't touch them. But, I don't know, I figured they'd kind of you have to have something different about you to want to go get punched at that level.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
Right.
There's that.
Boxing is one thing, but it's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, boxing you get fucked up, though.
Right.
You don't think you do because you got those big padded gloves, but I think that just covered concussive force, because you can only hit to the head and the body, right?
Right.
Like with MMA, somebody might choke you the fuck out, right? And you like, oh shit, and you tap out in 4 seconds. And you save yourself a beating.
Sure.
Right? But in boxing, if you're getting beat,
right,
you die in the ring sometimes.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody die in the ring in MMA.
No. How about ever leaving a stretcher?
Yeah.
Right. Besides,
yeah, definitely.
Besides the old broken bone thing, which is...
Dude, sometimes when people get hit, they go fucking stiff.
Right.
Like,
the short circuit.
Oh, it's crazy looking.
And they actually have to take them out on a stretcher.
Yeah, they don't show it, but you hear them talking about it.
Right. The sound is a lot worse. It sounds bad. Like even like you watch a video of it from like 4 rows back. Mm-hmm. The sound of it is pretty vicious. I mean, it's obviously vicious on TV.
Yeah.
But in person, that sounds vicious.
Yeah.
Like at that level.
Yeah.
Because those guys are punching.
You hear a serious crack. Yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Sure. So, those gloves are so tiny, but they're like the way they're made. Since the padding is only across your knuckles, it's like weighted.
Like brass knuckles.
Yes. Yeah, it's like strapping on brass knuckles that you can't lose, right? Because they're they're velcroed onto your hands.
And they're legal.
Yeah, and they're legal. Yeah, yeah. It's something. It's crazy. I have some downstairs. Let's go fucking duke it out in the driveway.
I got the reach.
Yeah, you do.
It's gonna keep you away. Can't let you come inside like those little... That's good. I'll never say that again.
Yeah, you should.
Never.
You should bleep that out.
Yeah, there's a few things you should never say to somebody.
That may never make it to podcast.
No, there's going to be a long beat for that. But the girls, the fight between the ladies was good. That was vicious, too.
Yeah, they go at it, man.
Yeah.
It's not how it used to be. It used to be kind of sad to watch women's fights because they couldn't punch, right? They could judo throw you, and they could choke you out and stuff like that, because that doesn't really take... I shouldn't say this. The coordination of boxing is different, right?
Oh, than MMA, right? Than jiu-jitsu, right?
Than wrestling or
karate.
Right. Because you see wrestlers that can't box. They can't throw a punch.
Right.
And you're like, some people are born into it and some people aren't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was years of women's MMA that was fucking
boring.
Soft.
Just boring.
Because everything starts out standing up, right? So that whole initial boxing, kickboxing thing was, ugh.
Right.
Because there was no, like, to learn how to snap a punch.
Oh, yeah.
It's a different thing. Right. You know, like, some people never get it. Like, I try to teach my kids, and...
Didn't get it?
One gets it, one doesn't.
Right.
You know, you have to have that sort of, like, in your head. That
it's a quick release.
Yeah, so it's something about it. I don't know if it's. I don't want to say it's aggression, but there's like a intention that you need to have that some people don't have.
Right.
Right.
Hmm.
Like everybody's capable of throwing a punch, but they won't.
Right.
Right.
You're a lover or a fighter, or you're a puncher or a punchee.
Right.
That's more like it.
That's probably closer to what it is.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're either accepting or not accepting.
You're either giving
Yeah.
or accepting. You're
Yeah.
either giving or receiving.
Fuck you, mama.
Oy.
This guy with his language.
Yeah. You said
I
you were
was-
going to clean it up.
You know, I tried. I went.
Did you?
That was like 10 minutes of non-cursing, I think.
I don't think so.
No, there was a
I
couple
think
of
there was
F-bombs
some
in there.
From right from the beginning. I think 1 minute in. I don't even remember it.
Hey, fuckers. How are you?
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I come out like a rock star. Like,
Hello.
what's
Cleveland.
up, Moscow, you fucking pieces of shit?
Hey.
Thanks for buying my tickets. Bring out your whores.
There you go. So.
It's such a marauder mentality, right? Like being a touring band.
Sure.
Like you just go wherever and you
Pillage.
just like bring out the snakes.
Right. Pillage
Yeah.
and leave.
Pillage.
That's
Yeah.
what marauders do.
Yeah.
So, but
What else you got on your sheet there?
I got a lot. We always had.
Go
We had
ahead.
to revisit you painting your taint for posters.
Oh, fuck. Let's do that.
Not right now.
No, I'm not ready for it now. I think I gotta get prepared for
Get
that.
into the mindset. Get me in your ass.
Well, it's not really a paint as much as it's a stamp,
Right.
right?
It's a one and there's a.
Because we were talking, and
We started with taint length and virility.
yeah, but that never made it.
No.
No.
It was how does your long taint provide more children?
Right. The distance of your taint
Right.
is your virility,
So
and they've been shrinking over years
Right.
because, whatever,
Getting-
we're on our way out.
getting
Humans
soft.
humans are gone.
Yeah.
We're toast.
So yeah, it
There's
was-
not going to be like, people are like, oh, what's it going to be like in 1,000 years?
You're not going to be here.
There's going to be no humans.
No.
We're breeding ourselves out of
It's gonna
existence.
be weird looking things.
We're doing all kinds of weird shit. So as your taint shrinks, your virility shrinks also.
So you're not going to have as many kids
Yeah.
or any.
Right. But, if you're talking about surveys
Mm-hmm.
of taint length,
Yeah.
like how did they measure it? Right?
Right. Is
Who's the guy?
it- or lady? Come on, gotta be fair.
Right. You're right.
Science is genderless.
Right. And if you're going to have somebody putting a ruler up to your
Taint. Scrotum to the taint, ball bag to the a-hole.
all that,
Right? I mean, is it with a cheat?
I felt like that had a rhythm to it. Like the dog
From the ball
scroll to the
bag?
ball bag to anal.
Right. I mean, like, yeah, so is it, are they like a guy, like, is somebody going to
Sold to the highest bidder.
Is there going to be somebody cheating? Like, oh, whoa. We got to measure from the back side of the ball bag to get
Back of
the
the
real
bag?
taint. To get the full taint. Don't be cheating me. So,
Don't go cheap on my tank.
yeah, so we thought that, and then we were talking about,
Yeah, whose job is that, and how do they do it?
right.
Do they lay in there with a ruler,
Or something.
right?
Or maybe one of those, like, the little clasp ones, the little caliper ones, and yeah.
Calipers are good,
Yeah.
but I think making an imprint is the best way.
Probably.
Yeah, if you just ink your asshole,
Right, well, that was the flower.
and, well, the whole thing,
Right.
right? So
But then,
if I get like a litmus paper
you're going to have to,
and I shove it in my crack,
don't know if that's going to be good.
yeah, because it's heat reactive, right?
Okay. Right.
I'm thinking this through because I'm trying to figure out how to get this done. So the heat of the ball and the heat of the ass are going to react to the paper, and it's going to create this kind of flower shape.
Right.
And that's going to be the logo for my website,
But what I think,
tinytaints.com.
but I think you got
Don't buy that, you fucks.
What do you think you? Ding. What I think,
Oh, shit.
What I think you got to do though is you got to take the paper, you got to fold it in half like paper doll, and so you can get
Okay.
it in there and only maybe so that it press together, and then you can pull it apart.
Yeah, you definitely
Because you
have
want
to.
the flower.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody just wants a blot. Who cares? You want a flower. You want artsy. Now, will you finish
Right.
it off, or will you just leave that,
Well, it depends.
or will that be the center piece of say something else?
It's Oh, no, I would just go with that. Like, if I was to get a good impression,
I think it's going to take a few times, but
this could be an all-day event.
you're right. Correct. It's going to be an all-day solo event.
I make money. I'll hire somebody.
You're on your own for this one.
I'm gonna go on Tinder.
Listen, don't make this weirder than it already is.
To make a Taint print.
I'll make one for you. Will you do it like the Scream? You know, but it'll be the taint in the asshole.
Ooh.
That part of it.
I just picture kind of Daisy-like.
But see, make a flower.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I could be wrong. I mean, I've never actually took an impression.
Right.
Right. What about if I went to the dentist office and they got that goop?
Slapped it in there and it made like a stamp.
Yeah.
Boom, ba boom, ba boom.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You just press them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could do my
Your
little wax.
Warhol version of it.
Yeah, I could write you a letter.
Seal it.
Seal it.
Seal it with an S. But you do a Warhol and have different colors. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
So we could sell the shirt. We could do a TOT version, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we could say if you want your own, it'll be free. It's the cost of the shirt. Because whoever will have the nerve to come in and get their taint stamped.
They're gonna.
Right.
Why don't they want mine?
Well, if they want it for free.
I'm
no,
hurt.
I'm going to say we don't.
I'm hurt now.
We don't charge them for somebody else's. Charge them for ours.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they would.
Well, you still got to print it. You got to charge somebody the
and
cost
like,
of the shirt.
And then put up maybe we'll do different ones and we'll put them on the market. The Bob, the Daisy, the Julie. All different. Like IKEA stuff, but for taint pictures.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that. Quality control. Right?
Right.
How do you know somebody's getting good impressions of their asshole?
Well, we're going to have to perfect the science of asshole stamping.
That's why I'm thinking litmus paper is the way to go.
Right. I don't know what other heat paper there is.
Well, I mean, what else are you going to do? You're just going to...
Right. The only other thing you can do
You're going to drop acrylic in there and then squish some loose leaf?
You'd have to... Well, I'm thinking you'd have to slather the paint.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold your hands like you're holding, like you're reading a book, and you'd have to roll forward, kind of, and get the impression.
I am not picturing this at all.
So picture your legs up behind your ears, on your back.
That ain't happening.
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Hear
I'm
me out.
listening.
Now you get the paint roller, and somebody rolls you up,
Again, not happening.
like your taint or your
Who the
ass.
fuck you going to get to swab the deck?
So there's a lid for every pot, bro. And then you just roll forward real quick.
Ball painters.
You real
Right, they did the plaster caster, so
right.
they might as well
and
do
you
the
roll
ball painters.
forward, and you make the impression, and you rock back. Use a sheet of paper. Get the second one, just in case the first one's not great.
Yeah, but the paper is not going to go in.
It doesn't have to. I think if you spread
How much spreading?
that ass. I mean,
Dude, I don't think I could.
I'm talking about splitting bread like you're Jesus handing it out. I mean, really get it out there. Wow. And get the one, cha-kang. It's only one, right? We only need one.
But you need a good one.
Or,
Here's the thing about inking something.
all right.
As you know, sometimes if you and then stamp,
Right.
sometimes that first one is
That's what I'm saying.
It's shit.
You need to get literally on this one.
sienna, raw umber.
I'm burnt sienna.
So you gotta kind of do it a couple times till it gets like there's too much ink on it.
Right. So if you do 3 or 4 rolling like that,
Right.
it'd be like what is that movie? Pink Flamingos. What's the other alternative? I mean, the other alternative is that
You got to make basically a paper airplane.
and get it.
And
you were practicing
the
over the
fuselage.
weekend,
Yes, stick the fuselage
right?
in your crack.
And then the wings, spread them out, and
Yeah, and there you go. You just peel it back,
but it's got to be.
and you got
paper.
your thing.
What if? Yeah.
Dude, you can't get an ass spread like
I
that.
don't think so. Yeah.
There's no way.
What if you did like the
There's no
thing
way.
where you really bent well, you can artist rendition it, maybe get a quick snapshot of it, and recreate by hand etch, like on a wood
Etch.
block, so you can stamp it then.
Okay.
So you get a nice picture, you artist rendition it, then we carve it like to make a stamper. And
Okay. Gonna bust somebody. Find a good illustrator professional.
Yeah, I'm sure we got somebody on the.
Yeah.
Somebody could do that. And for what it would be, you think it would catch on?
What's that? Ass stamping?
Yeah, like yours obviously is yours, and it would be the forerunner of it. But you think it'll catch on? Or people like?
Well, here's the thing. I would do it to raise taint awareness.
Okay, virility awareness.
Yes.
Okay.
The fact that taints are shrinking. So this isn't only to benefit myself. It's not like
You're
I
humanitarian at this time.
yes, like I like a what happened?
No, that was weird.
You're eating the mic.
No, it's not clipping.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, it's like weird. Okay. Good.
It's not only that I want a stamp of my asshole to wear on a shirt.
Okay.
It's also to help those who have suffered in the name of progress.
Progress?
Yes. Fucking phone.
Oh, every day.
So
That's my dog's
yes,
barking.
like the whole taint shrank
But
is due to our lifestyles, right?
Right.
Introduction of plastics and
well, here's my question.
right.
Once you know, isn't it already too late?
I don't know.
Like, how you going to stretch?
Who's got the crystal ball?
Who's going
I don't know.
to...
Nobody.
But like, no, but what I'm saying is like, okay, so we're raising awareness. We're doing this for science. We're making our taint print.
Give me that.
And then the question is once, like, say, Joey Bag of Donuts comes over and says, I really like what you guys are doing to raise awareness. I, too, would like my taint checked. So we stamp Joey, because we're going to have this process down probably by the time we get that third person, let's say. Now,
You would hope.
now Joey realizes he's got a small taint. It's too late. Is there a procedure?
Well, it's too late for him. We're talking about future generations.
so that
dude.
means...
we don't want the bloodline to stop, right?
But if Joey is already without large taints, isn't it only going to just keep getting worse?
Sorry, Joey, you're a fucking test subject.
How do you fix what's already broken?
You don't fix Joey. Joey's toast.
How are we going to reverse course?
Joey's taint is done, bro.
But if Joey ain't supplying new Joeys, how can we fix those Joeys? How can it ever be fixed?
You know, we don't need all those Joeys.
You need one Joey.
Do we?
Yeah, because we can't make more.
Do we?
Well, I mean, at the rate we're going, we're going to have test tube kids probably popping out.
Yeah, they'll probably do
They
that,
have
right?
little jars with like those old Peter Benchley novels and stuff just floating around.
Well, Joey's
Joey's a
I'm
mess.
trying to dance around the words because I'm trying to be
Correct?
no
Sensitive?
Try not to curse.
Okay.
Joey's got no chance.
Okay. Joey's a lost cause.
His taint is toast.
It's too small.
Toasted taint.
Right.
Done.
Okay.
But future generations of humans, you know, they'll survive due to the measurements and the keeping of the data.
So doing to this all this hard work now is going to prevent later. We're good.
You hope.
But then we got to find somebody else and then figure out how do we reverse taint shrinkage to taint stretching. Is it have people having jobs like construction? Is it doing stuff?
Building racks.
Something.
A taint rack.
Well, they're just doing something more rugged and tough. Maybe building fences. I don't know.
I don't know if testosterone has anything to do with it.
Or is it, you know, you get out of those plastics and the chemicals out of their bodies?
I think that's
That's the biggest?
That's the biggest. Yeah, I think that's it.
No plastics.
Yeah, like this whole we're not going to give you straws bullshit. Like and no plastic bags at the supermarket.
Right.
Like, what are you saving?
They're spitting in the ocean or draining the ocean with a
Because
spoon, as they say.
I go to the supermarket and I buy chicken wings or breasts or thighs or whatever, and they're wrapped in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it make more sense to just go back to butchers where they gave you butcher paper,
Right.
and get that plastic crap out of there?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's everything. It's like The milk leaves the cow. It goes through a plastic tube into a plastic jug, and then they pasteurize it, and they put in another plastic jug, and then they ship it.
The plastic straws or the plastic...
It's all that leaching all along the process that's fucking everybody up.
Right. Screwing everybody up.
Oh, damn it. The worst.
But...
No class.
Regardless of what that is, I mean, it's never going to be fixed until we'd have to make a radical change. Like, okay, everybody's eating fresh from now on because we're not.
But that's what I'm saying is that the laws are silly.
Right. Right.
They're not.
We're too far.
They're
gone.
not addressing a real problem.
No.
Because the people that make plastic containers, et cetera, are probably lobbying.
Right.
To keep plastics. But the poor plastic straw guy is screwed.
Sure.
Plastic bag guy is screwed. Right. But plastic packaging guy is making bank still.
Right. He's fine.
It's fine.
All this over little taints. The cycle, the chain of things that have to go on to make a taint bigger is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, it's either that or pushing out mangoes, right?
Pushing them out of where?
The poop chute.
What's that going to do for you?
You stretch that bad boy out, man.
Are you going to stretch? Are you going to compress it?
No, when it's coming out.
If you're pushing it, let's see here. This is your thing.
You're puckering it in, right?
But then all of a sudden,
push in. But
here comes the thing. Now, if the taint is attached, I'm trying to.
All right.
If the taint here's the twins.
I'm following.
And here's.
Gotcha.
Here's the light of day.
Yeah.
And in between them is this taint.
Yes.
Now, if we go squeeze out a mango, isn't it going to...
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
Contract our taint, and then we go back in?
I'm thinking... Fudge. I'm thinking it's more like this. It's more like alien. Like it's going to...
Keep stretching it out?
It's going to stretch it out. Yeah.
So
if this is taint here, right. Like if this is giblets...
Right. I'm following.
And this is... the mouth of God.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck, I just ripped my shirt.
Well, this is the first preliminary science test on this thing.
There you go.
On the taint stretch.
Maybe a mango's too much. We start with avocado.
A lime. Build up from a lime. All that stuff from that whole first thing ties into all of the stuff I wrote down for some unknown reason.
Almost as if it was planned.
But it wasn't.
Really?
Because it's all over the map.
Okay.
Because we started with, we were talking about the taints and art, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually had a note on here that said...
I don't think anyone's ever done taint art before.
No. But
I've seen naked paintings.
Where they jump on the mat with their...
They had a bunch of like Asian chicks covered in paint, and they would drag each other around in the 60s.
That sounds about right.
I don't remember the guy's name.
But I was looking at
what's French his name dude.
Horseshit art, Banksy.
No.
That's art. That's art. That's horseshit. Go ahead. Have it a paint.
I have a problem with graffiti.
Okay. Like even the good graffiti, even like the electric...
The
breakdancing graffiti
the
and all that? Yeah, electric boogaloo and all that graffiti?
Just get a canvas. Why are you painting somebody else's shit?
Like a wall.
I don't give what it is.
Dude.
A train, a wall. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It's not yours. Like, just go get a canvas.
So you're saying don't deface property?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And the tagging part is even worse.
Okay.
When it's just some scribble of somebody's name.
Right.
Not like an art piece.
Right.
You know, where it's like 8 feet wide and it's like, says whatever, Crusher or something with a K.
Right.
You know, and it's in pink and
That's
it's got
very specific.
I don't know. I'm making it up as I go along. Anyway.
Are you Crusher? Maybe it's an alter ego. It's an alter
Taint
ego.
Crusher. Yeah. The Taint Crusher.
Jones Crusher.
Yeah. Ask my ex-girlfriend.
Wow. So anyway, so you don't want a guy ruining a wall.
Anything.
Right.
When I lived in Queens, it's all row houses in Astoria, right? Mm-hmm. So there's like a little tiny alleyway, just wider than your shoulder width.
Right.
that you walk in between houses. So, but it's usually every other,
Okay.
right? So,
Right.
because
Two houses
they're
together.
joined, alley, house,
Mhm.
alley, house, alley, right? Some asshole came up and painted the guy's front door.
Of his house?
Yes,
That guy should get hit.
no shit.
That's
No
really
shit,
bad.
but if they do it in the middle of the night, how you gonna right? And then they write whatever it is,
Crusher?
Crusher, or
With a K.
yes, something like that. But it's some scribble stuff.
Right.
Like, who is that for? So everybody else in the neighborhood could see that Crusher is a jerk off for painting the guy's front door.
Probably, right?
All that stuff. Like, you're gonna climb up on some train trestle and put Crusher up there to be seen by who?
Yeah, I don't get that either. But
Yeah,
Because it's not like
somebody
you're-
gonna send you a check,
I was just saying, it's not like you're advertising your art because they don't have an
or
artist.
women gonna like, who's Crusher? I gotta find this guy. I gotta hook up with him.
I'm sure there
Like,
are.
Come on, man.
Lid for every pot, remember?
Don't kill my theories. to smash these idiots for their stupid shit. They're
it's not-
vandal.
well, it's
It's
not-
fucking vandalism.
it's
That's
not
what
like
it is.
it's
I
not-
hate it. It's vandalism.
They're not advertising for a show or something. I get that. Like like
It's
an art show.
vandalism.
It is. But
Yeah.
what was funny is I guess the Banksy, whoever he is, I
Right.
don't really care. But he had
They say it's that guy in the band. I don't remember. Who it
band. Is he?
Some band.
I don't know. But he drew somebody or some whatever his little figures like into a dumpster, and then
Okay.
somebody took the dumpster,
Right.
so it didn't make any sense anymore. So he begged for the dumpster to go back, so his artwork made sense.
Nice. Well, he did one cool thing. He did that the painting that sold at Sotheby's and then it destroyed itself.
That's interesting.
That was cool.
Okay.
It was basically like paper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as they bid on it and all that stuff,
Right.
the two ends of it were a paper shredder, so it just rolled into a paper shredder and just shredded it. So whoever paid millions of dollars for it just paid for a
Shredded
piece
paper.
of yes, yeah.
All right, that one's good.
And it can never be redone,
No.
right? It's destroyed. So
Yeah.
now you just paid for a pile of paper.
Right. Did he actually get a check for it?
I'm pretty sure once you,
Buy something at Sotheby's,
yeah,
you own it.
pretty much, yeah. I mean,
That's more sculpture, isn't it?
because that was part of the work. It's not like
Right.
if you bought it and then on the way out somebody put the forks of a forklift through it
Right.
where it was insured or
That
but
makes sense.
that was the actual part of the
That was the
process, right? So
that's more like a sculpture, isn't it, than a painting?
yeah.
All right, so he's got one.
Yeah,
Oh,
and the rest of them look like they're all. He makes stencils. And,
They look like a black stencil.
Yeah,
Not black, but black.
they're black.
Right.
He paints in black.
He just sprays them black.
Yeah, that's black.
And no one's ever seen this
Well,
guy?
you said black.
Because we had that
What's black.
We had the conversation about gray shirts and not want to spend much money on black ink.
You think that's it?
Do guys who create gray shirts don't want to spend money on all the ink?
Cheap bastards.
I can get 12 shirts that are made of gray, or I can get 6 made out of black.
It's like cutting cocaine.
Yeah. cutting black to gray.
You got to make a living, man. You got to cut corners where you can.
That's right. In this economy, whatever it takes. But it's funny because all these, and then we were talking about MMA, right? And how come it doesn't happen with them? Like, you ever see when people get hit in the head and they start able to speak Spanish or French?
You ever see any of those people
Or they have
who
a
are
tumor?
like, they have this, I can't remember what it was, but it's like it's an accent thing. Like, they could be from mainland China, but
Right.
they talk with like a southern twang, like
Right.
a U.S. southern twang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And they get hit in the head or they get a tumor. All of a sudden they're speaking another language. How come
Awesome.
that doesn't happen more in boxing? Like, a guy entered the ring from Russia and he's hit so many times he's Spanish now.
starts coming in with a sombrero.
Yeah.
Hey, remember that asshole that showed up yesterday with the sombrero?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and what's his name, too?
It was a fucking terrible sombrero.
Oh, yeah, it was too small.
It wasn't even big. It was like somewhere in between a sombrero and a bowler. It was stupid.
It was somewhere between a sombrero and a yarmulke.
Fucking idiot.
It was like more like a yarmulke. It was really tiny. And then what's his name was there, too? The Matrix, remember?
Yeah.
Listen, part of me is like, wow, that guy's insane. That you want to come out dressed like Keanu Reeves as the Matrix,
Full trench coat,
full commit, glasses, everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's great. You're being yourself, and you're not on your computer being yourself. But then I'm like, why are you being yourself?
Yeah. Maybe yourself isn't good to be.
Just be a person.
Yeah.
Just don't be that. Be a person.
Did he have the cut off gloves, the fingerless gloves?
He didn't have the fingerless gloves, but he had these weird arm.
Okay.
Buckled things, not like Kerry King with big spikes on it.
Right.
But had these weird arm buckle things.
Okay.
And he went out pretty good. He did the Matrix dance in front of us, remember?
I saw it.
He was dodging bullets.
That was his first move. He bent backwards.
And after that, it was all downhill. He had nothing.
No, he had nothing. He's a one-trick pony.
He wasn't running around kicking people, nothing.
He didn't have any of that shit.
All right, so if you had a tumor or punched in the face, what would you want to be? What would you like your language?
What?
Let's say, hypothetically, you go out front and Marge is out there.
I'm not making it through this fucking podcast.
You're going to make it through. It's not that much longer. So let's think. You go out front, you're taking your garbage out, right? And Marge across the street has some beef with you for some reason. You parked on her lawn, you came home hammered, and you actually parked on
her lawn.
Whatever.
Fuck you, Marge.
Yeah, she's mad at something. And you have words. She comes over and hits you with a garbage can. What would you like to see what happened to you? What language would you want to start speaking? Would you want to get out of English and be into French? Japanese? You start cursing at Marge.
Arigato.
You start cursing at Marge in Japanese. Yeah, what would happen? Is it based on your ethnical traits? When you do a 23andMe and say...
No, I don't. It's got to be random. But the weird part is that there's got to be some sort of connection in your brain.
Right.
Between humans, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the point, is that somebody in China could speak with a...
Southern accent.
Southern drawl.
Right.
Never knowing English, never have visited.
Right. So what's the connection?
There's we're like mushrooms. We have this connection.
Mushrooms? Why mushrooms have connections?
Yeah, the mycelium, they have all sorts. Oh shit!
Here we go.
I don't know.
Give it to me.
All right, so, yes, fungus. They in a area, they're all connected, in a network. Right. Yeah. Even trees, they've found that trees in an area, they sort of communicate to each other.
Okay. What do they say?
I don't know, dude. I don't speak tree.
Stop. Well, you might if you get hit in the head.
I don't speak birch.
What if you got hit in the head? You start speaking tree.
If I got hit in the head by a tree, oh, I see what you're saying.
You're right.
All right.
I'm saying so Marge crocked you, and all of a sudden you're now Spanish. What would you want to be? What would be the language? I mean,
if I wanted to get along with the most people,
mm-hmm.
I would speak squirrel.
Squirrel?
Yeah.
Well, you get along with the most squirrels.
Well, the squirrels are everywhere.
Yeah, but you'd be getting chased down a lot because dogs would sense that.
What dog catches a squirrel? None of them. Zero.
0%. There's not that many your size.
0%.
You think it's 0%?
0.1%.
We gotta take that to task because I think more dogs.
I don't
catch
think
squirrels.
so. I don't think dogs are that fast. Squirrels are motherfuckers. They never leave the tree.
Ding.
They're
motherfucking squirrels. Are you Samuel L. Jackson talking about squirrels?
Squirrels are arm's length away from a tree. They never really venture.
Right, but you got to catch one, two slipping.
No,
just not paying
going
attention.
up the tree.
He was like,
there was a frost the night before.
Or maybe he's like, I'm gonna. Oh, that's a nut right there in the middle of the yard. And he's looking around. He don't see anything. But Fido knows. Fido knows.
Now, if dogs were smart enough to plant the nut, now we're talking.
Well, they are, but not really.
No, they wouldn't never be bring an acorn over there,
Set it up.
set it up for the stupid squirrel to show
I
up.
don't know. You met my dogs. If anyone could, they could.
They're just like hurting me.
Right. But, I mean...
Your dog hates me.
No, my dog doesn't hate you. My dog's all right with you.
Every time I fucking go there, dog's like fucking biting me, like
Get
pull
you out
over
of the
here.
way.
Yes, to go where?
Just follow along. But, I don't know. I thought about that. I'm like,
Shut up.
how come more, like those, like we said with the boxers, how come they aren't speaking Spanish when they get at the end of the fight? They went in it with a different, but they've been hit so many times in the head.
Oh, this is where I lost the button.
Or is it
The bad thing about losing the button here is it looks like I ate too much. Right? Like, if it was up here, it would be like, hey, look at that guy's diesel. But losing the button here just means I'm a fat fuck.
too many coffee cakes?
Son of a bitch. Fucking
6 inches between greatness and none.
Pushing a mango out of my taint.
Swelling your asshole. I don't think you could push one out. Because how are you going to get it in? You can't eat it in mango
With
whole.
love.
Yeah, somebody would. I mean, I'm sure once you get past the gag reflex of the ass, it'll slide right in. But then you got to hope it to come the other way. Or I think the body will naturally probably try to get rid of it.
I've seen it.
A mango?
On film, yeah.
A mango?
Yeah, you know.
I don't know.
Sometimes you get texts from your friends you don't really want to see.
Yeah, I would say, because I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's frightening.
Good thing it wasn't scratch and sniff. The timing of your fucking sneakers making that song was perfect.
Now, that would be like a whole olfactory you don't want to be part of.
Yeah, you don't want to get in there.
Man, so
How did we get on that road?
I
Let's
don't-
get out of fucking Taint Road.
we were off of Taint Road. We were on languages from getting bonked on the head.
So I could speak Squirrel, but I don't know. Communicating with trees is pretty cool.
And we got to this whole what's the word again? Mycellular, what was that word?
Mycelium.
There you go.
Yeah.
And they all contact each other, all chat with each other.
Oh, the fungi. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens when you cut?
It's like
a
that. Did you
mushroom?
see that show, The Last of Us?
I started to.
Yeah. All right. So it's
That's
similar.
the premise.
Well, you'll see.
Right. Now,
You'll see.
but if you cut a mushroom off to the rest of the mushrooms, like, oh, they got him.
Yeah. Kind of like that.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
They're not going to avenge his death, though, are they? They're going to come after you.
I don't know if it would be like that, but because it's a network, it's like everything's interconnected, and
Right.
they'll know, right?
So the mushroom at the end of the line's like, who? What? Bob? They got Bob?
Never even met the guy.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah.
He's like 2 streets away. Is it that far?
The
You're-
reach.
Yeah, what's
wait,
the reach? You
I
brought
don't
the
know.
science up. I'm just curious.
Look, I'm not the fungologist.
Is that a word?
It is now.
Fungologist?
Dropping it in a lexicon.
We're going to start something.
Yeah. When I listen to these things,
Right.
I kind of half listen.
Kinda
Like I
that.
get enough to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about, but then if you press me, no.
So this has to be all superficial.
Yeah, just don't go too deep. Just
Trying to figure this out.
if I'm talking, just take it like a person who reads only the headlines of articles, and then the rest of it you just let go.
And
Don't worry about what's in the meat of it.
Right.
Yeah,
The foundation of it.
yeah,
Right. I got
that's
you.
bullshit.
All right. So you came up with, but it was I bought it. I believed it. Right.
No, I actually heard it. I just don't know. I can't spout facts.
Do we need to? At this day and age, we don't need to say facts. Nothing is true.
It's all
Right.
fake news.
Right. We've talked about it. Everything is fake. It's like 5% real.
Yeah, we're dead in 2 generations anyway. Who cares?
Who cares? You know,
Farmland's going to shit.
so
It is.
so positive. It's going to shit.
saying.
What happened to the farmland?
Monocrop agriculture is killing farmland.
Is that GMO? Is that what that is?
No, it's just planting corn every year for like 50 years. Doesn't
No
the nutrients disappear?
But I thought they moved
And
them.
plus using fertilizers and all that shit.
They don't move them anymore? They plant this patch and they plant that patch and they plant the next patch. No.
No, if they did, it would be okay, but they're not.
Right. So how do we lose our way? Because we have no more agriculturists.
Cash, bro. It's all about cash.
So we lost our agriculturalists, our smarts.
Yes, because people who want bottom line idiots rule the world. Right? They're not. It's not about being intelligent and looking forward to the future. It's about next quarter, making sure the shareholders are okay and not pissed off, and continual growth. So
but
they pump out the same product over and over and over and over and over.
But now you're going to be stagnant on your growth because...
Well, they're going to die too. That's the stupid part.
So they're saying...
That's the stupid part.
They're saying, oh, well, we're not leaving this place for anybody.
Then they'll change into the meat that's not meat. Soylent Green. We'll eat that.
Peep.
Soylent Green's peep.
Is it going to be made of people though for us? Probably not. Maybe.
No.
Whatever's ground up at the time.
No, it'll be like some oil byproduct.
They always say kelp in Soylent Green, which isn't true. It's never kelp. Don't listen to them. Charlton Heston knew.
It might be in our future, in our reality.
Right. Yeah. See, I was watching all those movies.
But then they'll overform the kelp, and
they were there. Because I know they did that with what they do that.
Because we do everything too much.
Of course.
We don't know when to pull back.
Because if more,
we don't have foresight. That's the problem. It's like we get a great idea, and then we go hog wild with it because the leaders of the world are dipshits, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're all fucking morons.
They're not that bright.
Both sides of the fence. And they don't really listen to people that know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
Because they listen to the people who are funding their campaigns, who are also dipshits, who are only thinking about getting jets and going to Fuck Island. So...
Where's Fuck Island?
I know, wherever Epstein had that thing in
that's pedophile.
Bahamas.
Isn't that Pedophile Island?
Same shit.
There's another one over there where the
Bullshit.
cocaine. They used to have Cocaine Island. Where, what's his name? Pablo Escobar had an island. Where the planes would come in and come out, come in and come out.
For him. Were you
Yeah. What?
Were you ever a Coke fan?
Of course, everybody.
Everybody is. Of course.
You were. You were? It wasn't a fan. Let me be honest. Drugs, I was never a fan of except for maybe acid. Pot,
Wait, acid or mushrooms?
No, acid. LSD.
You like that better?
I enjoyed LSD more than cocaine, marijuana, mushrooms. I liked LSD. I thought LSD was neat.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's interesting. It's a different spin.
Right. Whereas, like, cocaine took a lot of money, a lot of effort. Mm-hmm. You always used it up. You tried to plan for your weekend, and it was gone in 6 hours.
Right. Yeah.
People had their nose
Fucking
out, money out.
Fiend out.
People did?
Yeah.
Not anymore, though. I mean, I don't care about drugs anymore. I think it's just like come on, we were out last night. Everybody's smoking a big pen full of THC or something, right?
No shit. I was getting lots of wafts.
Yeah.
At the end of the night.
People think they're being slick, but you see these little tiny lights light up different spots. It's so funny. But why do you have to do that? Are you doing it because you can't deal with people? Mm-hmm. Or are you doing it because you think it's hip? I'm going to smoke my electric joint.
My good friend down the block there that we went to the comedy show with.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sitting there and all of a sudden I'm like, you.
Oh.
Oh, you.
With the vaping?
Yeah. Like, you're not hiding that from anybody.
Right. All of a sudden it smells like somebody lit a candle.
Yeah, exactly.
In a dark building.
Yeah.
Speaking of taints, the skunk taint, back on that. The 15-foot asshole gun.
So fucking funny. Giannis Pappas killed it the other night.
He was great. Oh, man.
That was great. That was a great show.
He addressed everything like it's great to see a professional comedian. Like,
yeah, well, he doesn't take a side, right? He smashes both sides.
Oh, yeah.
Of every issue, whatever it is. Yeah, I mean, it's actual thought into it. It's not just...
And putting that whole show on pause to address dummies in the crowd, spend some time working the crowd, then going right back into what he was talking about. Yeah,
he's a pro, brother.
Yeah, but it is funny because it's like, that's what, I told you that, right? That's what they're going to make that place? that Overlook hotel we were in at Claridge.
They're gonna make it what?
A dispensary.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
a cannabis lounge.
Wait. Are they gonna? They're gonna flatten it? Because
No.
isn't it like
Inside the
multiple
building.
floors?
Well, no, but inside the casino is a dead. Inside the Claridge is a dead casino.
Okay.
There's no tables. You can't gamble.
So that floor is gonna be dispensary.
That's going to be the cannabis lounge. And there's going to be a dispensary there,
okay.
so you can buy pot
Smoke pot.
there,
Chill
or
out.
come with your own and chill out, whatever.
Okay.
Like 10,000 square feet.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Because the hotel rooms, I guess, are non-existent. You saw there was nobody at the desk. It was dark.
But they still exist. What are you doing with those floors?
I don't know. Probably people living in them or something.
Opium den. That's what I'm thinking.
The higher up you go.
Yeah.
Like the 7 levels.
I was gonna say they would be.
Are there opium dens
It would be
anymore? Is that a passé thing?
I don't know. I've never seen one, so I think it's just in the movies. I don't believe it exists.
You don't think they were over in the 60s or whatever? Over in like Egypt?
No, it was always like the 1800s.
Yeah.
It was like Kansas City in the 1800s. There's like fucking tumbleweeds blowing in, and some Chinese dude fucking brings you in, and you get high, and they just lay you on a silk mat, and you go to bed.
That sounds pretty good.
You need a nap?
That's a nice nap. I
You
mean,
need a nap.
a controlled nap,
All right.
as long as you know you're not going to get fleeced.
Don't bring anything there.
Well, as long as you're leaving with your shoes and your clothes.
Yeah.
Hey, not bad. I mean, but that's
Could
what
be
they're gonna,
worse.
That's what they're going to do with that dump.
Yeah.
Dude, it felt like lights weren't
Wait,
on.
who's the barefoot person that we were talking about this weekend? Somebody barefoot did something crazy.
Barefoot?
Shit, maybe I'm mixing up conversations.
Yeah, I was supposed to say. We didn't talk about any barefoot people.
All right, well, let's just skip that.
Yeah.
Just gloss over that.
What, was it a good conversation?
I don't
Sure,
know, dude.
it was that good.
I had a brain fart right there. So
That there
I
was
don't
a
know.
conversation about a barefoot person who was smoking opium in Atlantic City?
No. They weren't. Somebody barefoot did something crazy. I don't remember.
But you
what
think
it was.
about it, we were in that that theater, and at a time that was a real theater. You know, they would have real acts.
It was set up nice, right? Like I felt like I was in Goodfellas. We had that cool horseshoe shaped booth. That was awesome. I liked it. I was like, wow, I can't believe this is kind of neat, right?
Yeah.
So
Great view.
they had seats that sort of did the amphitheater thing. It leveled off. We had the Goodfellas seats, and
There's
then
some
an
behind us.
amphitheater
Mhm.
a little bit up, and some more Goodfellas seats back
Right.
there.
It's a shame it wasn't more crowded for him.
It was a shame that the sound sucked balls.
Oh God. Because it's like, obviously we talked about it's probably somebody renting the club for the night and not prepping.
Yeah, I get it, but the room is big.
It's huge.
Get a second set of speakers
Right. They had 3 speakers on each side.
of the stage.
Right. Didn't have anything behind. You needed more speakers somewhere in the audience.
In the
for
middle,
sure.
right.
But think
Like, even we went to the Speakeasy last night.
Right.
There was speakers all over that son of a bitch. It sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's speakers.
Yeah.
They're not expensive, right?
Right. Well, because
Even if they were cheap ones, it would just sound better.
I
It's
agree.
just cable and a couple speakers.
and some electrical. Right.
It's not that bad.
But just think about that. Probably 19 in the 80s or whatever there was.
19 in the 80s.
I was going to
Motherfucker. Let's dial it back to 19 in the 80s.
19 in the 80s. It was, I didn't say which 80s. Could have been 1880s, bitch. But that place,
We're in. It doesn't matter where it is.
But that place was set up for something cool.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was like a variety show or if it was like
Sure. It was like
a Sinatra. I
Dollar
don't know.
98 Beauty Queen. Could have been
Maybe.
there.
Wheel of Fortune. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it would, you know what I mean? To see that crumbling infrastructure is just pathetic. You know, it's sad.
So, to give a little background, we went to Atlantic City, and we got in this hotel, and there's no one working the hotel.
No.
It's literally fucking empty. The signs say, go to the desk, right?
Yep.
If you need help, go to the desk. There is no one at the desk.
The lights are off at the desk.
There's no number to call. There's no
computers.
ding, ding, ding.
There's nothing.
There's nobody. The elevators are there. People are going. All elevators went down. I never saw an elevator come up, and we sat there for like 15 solid minutes.
Yep. And we walked through.
And it was only one more floor down to come back up.
Yep.
There was nobody. So the elevators weren't working. There was no desk staff. There was no security.
Felt like half the lights were on.
Oh, it was awful. It was crazy.
And we were in the back stairwells just to get up.
Yeah.
And there had to be people living in them stairwells.
It's so great that he addressed it though.
Yeah, and it was like
Giannis was like, a bunch of ghosts here. It's like the Overlook Hotel.
The Overlooker Hotel?
Overlook.
Oh, the Overlooker.
Overlooker. I'm sure they paved over a few.
I'm sure of it. Nice, relaxing Sunday. That's what you say.
I had to fix a fucking dryer.
Yeah, well, that sucks. You should just go get your new one.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
You said old.
You think that that little piece will work, or should I
Well, I mean, if you want to try it,
just stop fucking around and just get a new one?
I mean, it will take up some of your overnight, right?
Take.
Like if you have a quiet night at work and you can bang out a dryer repair on the dime.
I've done it before.
Right, so why would this be any different? What?
I don't know. Because I kind of feel like the thing is 13 years old. Like, is it worth doing?
Right. Well, it depends. If you got the money for a dryer, then no, it's not worth doing. I look at it this way. Anytime I look at something I got to fix, I go two things. I go, what do I make an hour? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At my job or whatever. And if it doesn't seem that I need to invest, say, 4 hours of my life into something, and it's going to be a diminished return, then let's get a new one. You know what I mean? Then the guy can deliver it, brand new, warranty, and we're set. But if it's like a half hour or something, it's not much of my time to put a new sensor in or to put a new valve in.
Here's how I look at it.
Like that? Without blinking? Just stare straight ahead at it?
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid. I think I look at it like anything I spend
right
means. So say I have to spend $1,500 on a new dryer.
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I divide that by the cost of cat food, because that's what I'm going to be eating in retirement, because I spent money on a fucking dryer.
I'd still say a bucket cans. That's 1,500 cans, 3 meals a day. It's 500 days.
500 days.
That's a year and a half.
That's a year and a half. All right. Yeah, see? I could live a year and a half on Frisky's buffet.
Right, in wet clothes.
And
So you'll be damp.
I'm going to bring back the clothesline.
Why not? Go out there in your moo-moo, putting clothes on.
I just have to move south where it's warmer, right?
Or at least just do...
Was there anything worse than fucking frozen sheets?
Yeah.
Back in the day? Did your mom hang stuff on the clothesline?
We had the advanced one with the wheels so you can...
Of course.
But my grandma used to have
I feel like it would be gross now, though.
Oh, what's in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's way more people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got a fucking smoker. My neighbor's got a smoker. He's always smoking something. I have to close my windows.
Is it that strong?
Well, it comes right in.
It doesn't... Oh, you're downwind from your neighbor?
I mean, he's 30 feet away.
The least he could do is give you a plate of whatever he's smoking.
Yeah. Piece of shit.
Hey, throw me some of that brisket.
Guy didn't even return my kid's soccer ball when it went over the fence.
He
fucking asshole.
He smoked it.
It smelled like soccer ball in his motherfucker. Who's smoking soccer ball in the
So, yeah, but, I mean, look, you got some money, spend it because it's going to make your life easy, right? You buy the dryer, you'll make the money back.
Yeah. So, rented that Mustang this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Wasn't that good. Ford.
I realize I can't, I don't think I could go back to a car after SUV.
Mm-hmm.
The cabin's just too tight.
Right, and you're sitting on the ground so you feel everything.
So, I really only rented it 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first day I drove it however the previous person was driving it, right?
Okay.
I got a little Bill Cosby thing right there. Jello pudding. But then once I realized that I could drop the seat
Okay.
and it'd be like a real, fucking
Slick back.
a Guido with the
And so on your way to Seaside.
yeah,
Right?
I got all seaside with it. Then yeah, it was like a different thing the second day. But still, it did this weird thing whenever I was, because driving down to your summer house in the winter,
Just call it a house.
every time I was making a right, it was super windy and
Right.
rainy, right? So when it was windy, I was making little rights because the parkway doesn't really have hard turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden it would like
Jerk.
jerk the wheel a little bit, and I was like, "What the hell is that? Is that built into the car,
Right.
or what is that?" Because
Didn't make any sense.
it's unnerving, man. Like,
Sure.
all of a sudden you're like, "What the hell just happened?" And
Just
it
jerked
happened. It had to happen at least a half dozen times down and less back.
It happened
But-
when we were driving last night, too.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's too low to the ground. It was like 6 inches off the ground. You're not used to seeing people at shoulder level, you know what I mean? Usually, like I'm in a truck, it's 18 inches. You're looking down at people.
Yeah, but you're a size queen.
I am.
It's different.
And I'm going to look down at lots of people.
And
Yeah.
you need your 18 inches.
You betcha.
Filthy bitch.
I can't wait to get down to the horse race track and really look down on some people.
The horse race.
You know, the jockeys.
Oh, I thought you just meant the trash betting.
No, I don't bet. Who's got time to bet? But
You playing any of those this year, or you don't know your schedule for the summer?
I don't know my schedule.
All right.
Because, like you
Got to
said,
do some of those truck and
we did a couple of them.
horseshit festivals.
Well, I don't know if she likes us, the one lady who books a bunch, because she said to us...
Monmouth?
No, it was up here.
Okay.
We did one, and she goes...
Up here?
There was a food truck fest up here, up in
There's one
Branchburg.
here?
It was in Branchburg.
I was going to say, there's nothing by
Not here, but
Yeah.
we did one for her, and she goes...
They don't do any fun. I fucking hate this area. I'm so sick of it.
Right.
I got to move. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Dirty.
Sounds great.
Everybody I grew up with is here. I hate seeing their faces.
Time to move, then. Get away from these people. You people.
I need to go. I'm going to go to fucking Bushy Town. What do you think?
Go ahead. That place is nice.
It is nice, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of places to eat, hang out. But we... I
I think I need a fucking 22-year-old girlfriend.
Then you better start eating cat food, because that's going to be expensive for you. So we did
What
a
if I
gig.
just pry her with drugs?
Now you definitely sound like Cosby.
Prior.
Ply her.
Ply her.
Yeah, not plier.
Prior.
Prior?
Like Richard.
It's like fryer, like opener? Prior?
Yeah.
Anyway, she runs a bunch of these festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and this is part of my charm.
Is her name Sandy?
No.
All right.
So it's part of course, my goodness and charm. She's like, she comes over, she goes, "Hey, you guys sounded good," because I noticed you guys don't have a lot of vocals, because we were a jam band, did blues and stuff. I'm like, well, there was vocals, there's plenty.
I said, hey, what's up, people?
Yeah, well, you do a song or some lyrics, right? But then you have extended jams.
Right.
And so she's like, I didn't hear a lot of vocals, and we're like, well, there was plenty. Oh, I didn't hear any. And I don't know if I like not having a lot of vocals. I'm like, well, there's no excusing taste. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Did you say that to
Yeah,
her?
yeah.
That's fucked up.
Whoops.
Oh, man.
And I said,
you
"Oh."
really are fucking business kryptonite.
I am not.
You're business kryptonite.
I am a business magnet for what I need.
You're in your own lane.
Yes, I am.
Good for you.
Listen, there's plenty of cookie cutters.
Hey, if it works for you,
That's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't lose any sleep over it.
Me either.
No, see?
I'm okay.
Yeah, right.
I'll be good tonight.
See? You're not going to be worried about it.
Fuck Sherry or whatever her name is.
I haven't said her name, but you're getting there.
That's all right. Sherry, Sandy,
I'm going to say
Jenny. They're all the same. Whatever.
You're using a lot of the letters in her name.
Shithead.
Exactly. Perfect. But, so I'm like, then you go get the band that you want to hear, American Girl or Sweet Caroline, have a ball.
Wait a minute. Sweet Caroline.
Well, because she wants.
Stop. Don't push past this. Because we saw this dueling pianos bullshit the other night in fucking Atlantic City. It was a guy playing one piano and a woman playing another piano. And, oh my God, they were so fucking... And a drummer.
Well, no.
Occasionally there was a drummer.
The piano player was the drummer, and then another piano player came out to play piano. That's what that was.
They all sucked.
Oh, it was terrible.
They all sucked. It was the worst... Could be the worst live music that I've ever seen.
It was pretty bad.
Could be.
I'll tell you what bothered me besides the singing.
And the fact that it was in a casino.
It was a
well-known name casino.
Right. That was number one.
In the
part of it.
Restaurant that is the name of the casino.
Right.
I felt like I got slapped in the face with a dick. Like, I was like so
You're not
confused.
that far off.
So confused, like, why? So many questions popped up. Why are they on stage? Who passed them? Are they getting paid for this shit?
Right.
Do they work here? And maybe that's how they got their in? Like,
right.
And then, why are some people actually pretending that they enjoy this? What kind of musical taste do they have? They don't give a shit.
Right.
It's just sound, and you just dance to sound.
I told you that. There's a lot of people who don't understand music. Most normal people don't understand music. That's why they like Sweet Caroline, because they don't know what good music is.
It's not that. It's a song.
I'm saying...
And I get it. You get to go, buh, buh, buh.
No, but...
And it's fun for everybody,
Sweet Caroline is just the vernacular. Insert any crappy song.
Yes. But it was so poorly done.
Oh, I agree. But
it was the tag versus the actual graffiti piece.
Right. They were the tag.
They were the tag.
They were the spray of the can to warm up the skin.
Yeah, it was running out of paint.
Yeah. Here's my biggest issue. Those are all good issues.
Those are adults.
Right.
Right? Like, I feel like bands that I was in at 15 were better than that.
Right.
And these people have no meter. All right, so...
Assless chaps.
When I was 15, we had no way to record ourselves.
Right.
I mean, I guess if we actually had money and we were rich kids, we could get a camcorder or whatever. But nobody had that kind of cash. We were a bunch of
degenerates.
White trash assholes.
Degenerates.
From fucking middle class.
Degenerates.
Or that.
I met them.
Let's not gloss over that.
I spent time with them.
And, but these people, anybody has a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You could record yourself. You could hear yourself. You could do...
Oh, yeah.
You know, spend some time saying, oh, yeah, we kind of... The drummer lagged in this part.
Right.
Whatever happened.
But, you do really believe in your heart of hearts someone's going to look at themselves and go, I'm terrible?
Only true professionals.
Right. Kind of like people who are rich versus people who are generationally rich.
Hold on. I totally get that watching yourself is a nightmare.
It is, but you have to.
Hearing your own voice sometimes is like so cringy.
Mm-hmm.
Just speaking, right? To hear yourself sing is another level of cringy. To watch yourself perform and to judge all those things at the same time.
Right.
It's a fucking nightmare.
You have 100%. But you have to get through that.
But you got to sack up
and
do what you got to do, because you got to analyze and then say, all right, we got to dial this back because this is
terrible.
It's terrible and it's beyond what we can actually pull off. Right? Because I played in bands and we played Circumstances from Rush.
Oh boy.
I got goosebumps. You can't see it, but I got the fucking chills just from saying it.
But you're also 15. You're not an adult.
Not at 15.
Oh, older?
This was not at 15.
Okay. But here's the problem I had mostly with them. Besides them being I never.
Besides them being terrible. Besides them sucking big wind.
Right. I had a problem with the lack of professionalism, what they look like on stage. You're in a casino. You're in a...
You want them in a tux?
I want them in, at least, shoes, not sneakers. Jeans, maybe?
It depends.
A button-down shirt?
It depends.
Look professional. They didn't look professional. They looked like they dragged three people down from accounting because it was Casual Friday and said, you're on.
Well, that I get. Because they had no talent whatsoever.
No, so
there was zero.
You should at least look the part, right? If you're going to be a rock star, look like a rock star. You're going to be a...
You could pull off the sneakers with the suit thing.
Which is
and
fine.
Be a rock star. Like you're,
What's the biggest comment they always say about Clutch?
Elvis Costello or something?
No, about Clutch is that they always look like four dads just got done cutting their lawn and then had a gig. But it works for Clutch.
Who says that?
Everybody.
I know.
Yeah, well,
I don't give a fuck.
You don't know people.
Who give a fuck what Clutch does?
I'm just saying.
Just play.
Here, and they're great. These people were terrible. So you have to kind of mask terrible with something. Look the part.
Right, I see what you're saying. So you glitz and glamour it up a little bit to make it seem like you're not...
Make it seem like this is a fun
the
thing.
The low-level piece of garbage that you are.
See, now, there could be another side. The dark side of that could be the people are like, let's get them to sing more because this is awful. Not everybody. There was a pile of people there.
Why would anybody want that?
For self-amusement? We were going to have...
Oh, you mean like the first rounds of The Voice?
Right.
Like when they have
we were going to actually have them do incomprehensible songs.
I didn't really want that, but I just figured since I was...
tortured?
So tortured that I would torture everybody else that I knew.
And don't you think maybe that's the other way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think there were people that
were having a ball. I know that who we're hanging out with, they like certain things, right? Mm-hmm. So I wanted to have these lackluster fucks do their own shitty renditions of these songs to further fuck with my friends.
Exactly.
Because that's what friends do.
Right. And I don't think that part of that may have been out there.
What do you mean out there?
The people who are putting those requests in to
do
those songs. Like,
I never thought about that.
Yeah, like, hey, Bob, who's your favorite band?
We're just not in on the gag.
Right. I love Queen. Oh, you love Queen?
Oh, God.
Let's have these guys.
Damn it, the Queen.
Right. Let's have these guys do Queen. You're
talking about one of the most recognizable singers of all time.
It wasn't that night. Now, granted, like I said, there's a lot of 10 ears out there, so there was probably some people who were like, oh, that's just great.
Killer Queen. They did Killer Queen, right?
Or something. They didn't do Fat Bottom Girls. They did...
it's Killer Queen, right?
Is that what they did? I don't remember. They did something pretty bad.
If you ever listen to Killer Queen...
Oh, there's a lot going on.
There's ridiculously high backing vocals that normal humans can't reach anyway.
Right.
Right? That drummer, for some reason, that drummer could hit shit
super high voice. Yeah.
Right. You know.
So, but as part of the fun, let's make them do it. And I guess, I don't know how the laws of dueling pianos works, but I guess if you give them a slip, they have to do it?
If they could play it on piano, they do it. That's what I think it was.
But,
that's why I was trying to think of any song with a piano.
But the girl and the guy both could read, because I could see them reading charts. They could read.
Yeah,
so
that's
they could
what I'm saying.
So it didn't matter what it was. As long as they had a chart for it, they would choke through it.
As long as there was a piano part.
They would choke through it. Not even a piano part.
Right.
They would just choke through it for the entertainment purposes.
That's why I didn't suggest them doing Allman Brothers, because I didn't want them to ruin it for me.
The wreck of the Fitzgerald or something? Like a nice...
That's not the Allman Brothers.
No, I know it isn't, but I'm saying... That's something like that. Nice 40 minutes
It's fucking Rufus Wainwright or somebody.
Rufus Wainwright. I think that's worse than saying Allman Brothers.
No, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is Rufus.
Is it Rufus Wainwright?
No, it's some other asshole that nobody knows or nobody cares about.
Well, you're thinking of Rufus Wainwright because we saw his suit.
We saw that cloud suit. Yes. Yeah, that's why I threw it in there.
And now we're getting...
Thanks for exposing my humor, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
I didn't think that's... I thought you were just stream of consciousness. No. You realize it.
No, Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald is some jerk off. Isn't he the same guy that does that diner song at Christmas?
I don't know.
That's like 30 minutes.
If I knew, I would.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do. Alice's Restaurant?
Yes.
That's not a...
It's fucking garbage. Who listens to that?
I don't know. Somebody does once a
It's
year.
like 30 minutes long of dog shit. All right, now I got to find out who
You
this
have a
fuck
computer
is.
right next to you.
All right.
Find it out.
All right, dude.
What's the long one from... Well, they're all long from the Almonds.
Wreck of...
It's the Edmund Fitzgerald. First thing you come to.
Of course, because there's nothing else with wreck in the title.
Hit song composed by Canadian singer-songwriter Gordon Lightfoot.
And what was the other one?
Alice's Restaurant. Arlo Guthrie.
Can I just say, fuck them both?
Wow.
Fuck them both.
What did they do to you? They're like...
They wrote that dog shit. That's what they did.
Look, everybody writes hits. I don't even remember what else Arlo Guthrie wrote.
Everybody writes hits?
No, not everybody. I'm saying everybody.
Not everybody.
Guys who do write hits, sometimes they miss. That's a big miss.
What did Gordon Lightfoot write?
I don't know.
Besides,
You'd have to look it up.
he's a little light in the ass. That's what I think.
Maybe he needs some taint training. Taint stamping.
Oh, he's training. He's training. I think he wears the belt. Let's break past it.
Belts. All right, let's see Gordon Lightfoot's hits. You can put them on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to hear this shit, dog shit.
Oh God, why?
I don't, but I because I want to be so disgusted that I just
now
shut off.
Oh, that's right. If you could read my mind, right?
Oh, wait a minute. That's an actual thing.
That's a big song. You don't remember this song?
You know that ghost is me, and I will live
That sounds great.
free as long as I'm a ghost. You can't see.
Listen to that. Voice of an angel.
If I could read your mind.
Is that I Can't Be in Anyone's Shadow? No, that's a fucking Whitney Houston song, right?
Yeah, that's what you Wait, no, Greatest Love of All? Is that Whitney Houston? Yeah. That's a different song altogether.
Whitney Houston ripped off Gordon Lightfoot. I've made the connection. She
I-
owes him some fucking money.
I can
Is he
bet
still
you-
alive?
I don't know.
He wants some of that crack money.
I can bet you she didn't write that song either. Here we go.
Here we go. You want to get into it? This is what we do.
That's right. I didn't.
Whitney.
And we're looking for Greatest Love of All.
But at least she could sing.
Oh, she could sing beautifully. What's the
Newark, baby.
That's right. What is her? Where's the wiki on it to see who actually wrote it? Greatest Love of All.
Michael Messer.
George Benson. Originally recorded in '77 by Benson.
Yeah, but written by Michael Messer.
Okay. Yeah. So I told you she didn't write it. Maybe he wrote that song.
Who's this guy?
We're going deep diving quick.
Yeah, I just want to see what he wrote.
Career. Go down. Keep going because they probably have his tracks.
Hold on. Compositions.
Here we go. Saving All My Whitney. Greatest Love of All Whitney. All at Once Whitney. Man, he wrote for her. Wow.
Yeah, he was
Didn't
up.
Almost Have It All.
He was up Whitney's ass.
Dionne Warwick. Some changes are for good.
Yeah, but these are bullshit songs.
How do you know? If you were a Diana Ross fan, they'd probably be good songs. Keep going. Man. Well, he definitely was busy. It looks
he
like
wrote for a lot of women, huh?
It looks like he wrote for people's record, like a record. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like everything on the record.
Right. Like, look, George Benson, he had a bunch there. Roberta Flack. Wow.
Peebo. Bitch. Crystal Gale.
Barry Manilow.
I had a Crystal Gale record.
Gene
when I was a
Wilder.
kid.
He wrote Crazy for Gene Wilder. Teddy Pendergrass.
All right, this guy wrote a lot of stuff.
Yeah, we ain't even through it all yet. Part
Nothing good.
A lot of stuff for movies. Thelma and Louise.
I mean, other than that Whitney song, that's the only thing
Gladys Knight.
I remember.
Mariah Carey. Marilyn McCoo. Billy Preston. Man. Jose Feliciano. Johnny Mathis.
Jennifer Lopez, bitch.
It's like he wrote for AM radio.
This guy wrote every fucking B-side to every hit song.
Yeah.
Prick bastard.
Wow. Well, better him than me.
Yeah.
Point being, though.
I would do it.
Point being, though, is that those people were doing that gig, and they know that'd be the first thing they'd say, well, at least I got a gig. But was the gig worth it?
Who said that?
I'm saying that would be the argument from those three people who came out of their closet dressed in their hand-me-downs and got up on stage. Oh, why are you doing this to yourself? Obviously, you could play
Let
guitar.
me get into it.
Dad sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to the quote, seen you.
Fuck you.
That didn't last long.
Fuck you. I know what he's doing there. He's doing a and a hammer. Yeah, fuck you.
I know what he's doing there. You uncovered.
He's gonna talk some bullshit. He's gonna
The whole song
tell a
is Isn't
story.
the whole song talking?
It's not a song then. You fucking asshole.
What is it?
Not you, but
How dare you? Well, what is it then? If it's not, if it doesn't, it's got words and music. What is it?
they're not related.
They are related. He
They're
wrote
not
the
related.
song.
No, there's no congruence with the tempo and the
Wow.
melody. There's nothing.
So you're
It's
saying
just-
that doesn't make a song?
No, it's some asshole playing a fucking acoustic guitar and another asshole on a different mic just saying a story.
I think he did both.
I don't think so.
I thought Arlo Guthrie wrote and sang it.
First of all, his name is stupid. What's an Arlo? What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I didn't name him.
It's an Arlo. That's
It's his name.
no. No. It's like something you
Isn't he Woody Guthrie's brother? Arlo
It's,
Guthrie, Woody
it's like
Guthrie?
something you put on laundry so that it doesn't stick together. All right, pass me the Arlo. I don't know. It's fucking garbage.
I was thinking Arlo was maybe something that you put on, like so things don't stick. You know, like little Arlo.
I
loosen it up.
just said that.
No, but I meant for wood, not for clothes.
I just said that. Why don't you
You're
just
right.
repeat exactly what I just
What
said?
did you say
son
about
of a
Arlo?
bitch?
Oh, clothes. I meant to say clothes.
It was the sticking together.
Yeah, but his brother was famous. Woody Guthrie was famous.
For what?
Music.
No, what
I don't know.
exactly?
I'm not a folky person. I don't like folk music
Folky fucks. Why am I going down folk road?
because that's what you like. You're a closet folker. You poke people in the folker. There he is, Woody.
This is gonna be some garbage. This is gonna be some fucking commie bullshit, isn't it?
Commie. This land is your land? You call that commie? How dare
I'm
you?
sure he didn't write it. Maybe he did.
I don't know. I don't know Woody Guthrie's life.
Who are these guys?
Guys he was hanging out with.
Warm up.
Fucking someone. Hold on.
Gee.
This land is your land, and this.
I'll fucking kill you.
Listen,
I will fucking kill
I'm not
you.
the folk guy like you.
I will.
Wow, so much cursing, so much anger.
Is he dead?
I would think so if that's your song.
Good.
Wow.
I'm glad. Because that's some bullshit.
Folks, this is just one angry guy who's running out of time on the clock to look up This Land Is Your Land.
Can't type either.
20 seconds to tell me what my land is about.
Oh, is that what it is? TikTok?
Yeah, TikTok.
TikTok. Who wrote it? He wrote it, that son of a bitch.
1944.
Right before the bomb dropped.
Yep. And that meant their land was no more. Maybe that's what he meant to write.
Not anymore.
You're always right on the edge. You're an edge lord.
I walked the line.
Like, what's his name? Johnny Cash? I walk the line? So,
Did you see the spoof of that?
no.
With, what's his name?
I don't know.
From Step Brothers?
Will Ferrell?
No, the other guy.
Oh, the Dewey Cox movie? I never seen the whole thing. Is it funny?
Dude,
I'll have to watch it.
I'm watching it after we get done with this.
The Dewey Cox story or something like that, right?
Let's go order some food. You heading home? What are you doing?
I got to call when I'm done, see what's going on.
All right. You got to check in?
No.
Make sure your balls are
No,
checked.
my balls are still. No, I gotta see
I'm
if,
joking. I don't give a fuck if you got to go.
No, I got to see if, that person hasn't eaten.
There's more important things than fucking hanging out with me.
I'd see you for 3 days.
Yeah. Not being destitute is one of them. That's always good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we talked about it before, and you didn't see any of my movies, any of these dystopian movies, because that's where we're headed.
Your beard is bent.
Yeah, it's a mess, right? I'm looking at it and go, ooh, that's bad.
No, I think it's just because it's so long, it just naturally
It bends
bends.
It bends
That's
together.
a fucking hook in it.
Look at a hook in it. Got a hook and beard. Look at this thing.
Oh, that's
I
great.
want to get it down. I gotta get that. I want that ZZ Top thing.
Yeah, you think it's gonna lay down like that?
No.
See, mine, when it gets to a certain point, it gets to about inch and a half, 2 inches off my chin.
Right.
And then it starts to hook.
Right.
Like, I'm like, when you represent the Lollipop Kids, the Lollipop
We
Kids.
talked about that too, didn't we? And nobody knew what that was.
Oh, fuck them.
Remember? She did.
Who? Who was she?
You know who? Your neighbor.
Oh.
Didn't know what that was.
She doesn't watch movies.
I know, but why?
I don't know, dude.
That's all full of crap. Just watch a movie. Yeah, I can't stand people like, I don't watch. You have to. Movies are great.
I don't know if it was that, but I don't. I mean, if I go back into my personal history, right?
Mm-hmm.
I watched a fuckload of TV
Right.
when I was a kid,
We all
right?
did.
Because
I did too.
we talk about stuff, and I remember every show you talk about, and I spin things at you, and you're like, I don't know what you're talking
I don't know
about.
what the hell it is.
Right. I watched a ton of TV, tons and tons, and movies over and over and over and over again.
Right.
Like to the point where I can recite so much of it, right?
Right.
So when I speak to somebody who's like that, I don't get it. But then there's also people who don't like music. You ever run into those
yeah,
folks?
Absolutely.
They're weird fucks.
That's a weird thing to
It
not
is
want
weird.
music in your life.
Like they don't like music. I'm like,
Right.
what's next? You hate dogs?
Right. Yeah,
Like,
I don't understand
what's
why
wrong with
can't-
you?
How can you not have music in your life at some point?
Like anything.
Right. Background, anything.
Anything. You could like, there's so many different kinds of music. How do you have zero music on?
Yeah, I don't find that comforting.
Like, I love podcasts, right?
Mhm.
I listen to podcasts all the time. But once in a while, I dip into, Hearing Aid, We're Stars.
Forget that 80s in you.
I had to watch the documentary. It was great.
Right.
I don't think I ever saw it before.
I saw it. It's great. It is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't understand how you can't
But
have...
the song is douchey.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're talking about themselves. We're stars.
All right. Exactly.
For what? Helping out?
How not-
you need
how-
to pat yourself on the back, you pricks.
How is that not perfect for the 80s?
Oh, it's great because half of the interviews in the documentary, they're talking about how heavy metal gets slighted because they say everybody's like not nice or whatever.
Right,
And I'm
right.
like, but you're calling yourself stars.
Right. You're a little egotistical. That's what
Yeah, you're patting yourself on the back.
I would figure out
Yeah.
why I'm not famous, or I am famous, but why people don't like me.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I'm walking around with this street chip.
Exactly.
But it's amazing that they put them all together to be, to be the same thing as, what is that? We Are the World or whatever, trying to do something nice because
Right.
they were all
It's
excluded.
a better
from that.
song. Let's be honest. We Are the
We Are the
World
World?
kind of sucked.
Yeah. I mean, how are you going to write a perfect song for 17,000 people to sing at the same time? You know what I mean? 90 guys in the studio singing, 400 guitar solos.
But good guitar solos.
Oh, yeah. Everybody that did
Not
it
in We Are the World. That was
Oh,
dog
no.
shit.
That was garbage. But you had,
It was terrible.
but I would think probably dollar for dollar. You
We
had,
are the world. I am Bruce Springsteen. Go fuck yourself, fucking asshole.
Nobody likes
Representative of New Jersey.
Poor
Suck
Bruce.
my ball bag. Sorry, where's the fucking bleep on that one?
oh, boy. But dollar for dollar, the people in We Are the World probably were worth a lot more than the people in Stars, the Hearing Aid.
Over time, yeah, but I think in that period, they were killing it.
Right, but it just meant
The LA scene was killing it back then.
right. But it was like all the metal dudes.
Between 85 to like 88, nobody wanted to hear any Bruce Springsteen shit.
Who does now? Those people are weird.
Dickheads.
They're weird people too. But
Same assholes that were clapping over those fucking dueling piano people playing Sweet Caroline.
there's got to be better dueling pianos. That just wasn't it. I bet you go to a good dueling pianos. I'm sure it's fun.
I've seen, well, whatever. I've seen good stuff. That was.
That's what I'm saying. There's good stuff out there. That just wasn't it, and it was disappointing because it was in a nationally known chain. As a representative of that chain, you should actually forward your video to them.
Yeah.
Say, look, this is what you're providing as entertainment with a $20 hamburger
One of them had to be the manager, right?
or something, right?
Had to be.
The musical
Had to
booker
be
or
because
the
how
booker?
would they get through the screening process?
Right. Maybe one of them books
It was
the
so
bands.
bad.
Right.
It was so fucking bad.
Maybe somebody has pictures. Maybe somebody's got video.
You scratching?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody must have some dirt on someone to get those people in there.
Sure.
That was bad.
Yeah. But now back to the thing that people are weird because they don't watch movies.
Okay.
I don't understand that, like, thought process. Like, what does that make you? It doesn't make you a bad person if you watch a movie.
Well, what I'm thinking is, what did you do when you were younger?
Right. Do you
Because I watched a ton of TV, but I also went out and played baseball
Did you read
and
the whole
football, and I read Stephen King books,
Right.
and I did all kinds of stuff all the time.
Right. Did you read? Like, why did you not watch TV? Because you were reading? Because you were, what I'm saying, like, what was the process to you not watching movies? Somebody. I don't understand it. Because then you make references and people don't understand your reference, like,
Yeah.
did you watch, they don't even say they watch documentaries. I didn't watch anything.
I also think that some people watch movies and they don't pay any attention to what it
I did.
what
Yeah,
it is.
The story?
right.
Yeah.
Because I could, go back and forth about history of the world with people,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then other people like, I don't remember that part in the movie. I'm like,
Right.
how do you?
Or they missed the point. Like, remember we talked about it with the dead, Night of the Living Dead, remember?
Mm-hmm.
How some people think the racial standpoint because he was black at the end and they shot the black guy through the
No,
main.
stupid.
It wasn't. It was just irony or whatever you want to call it.
The point was that the guy fought all night
Right.
to be the hero, and then got killed at the end.
And that's where they say, did they
I almost
kill
dropped
him?
that word that I pulled out on the other one.
Yeah, let's not throw that around too much.
Man, I gotta bite my tongue sometimes.
So, but that's where the part where they say, oh, racism, because they can't have a black hero.
But he was the hero.
I know he was.
But it has to be. It's a dark movie. There has to be a dark twist on it.
I agree. I'm not arguing with you.
No.
He-
I know.
I thought he was the hero.
Yeah.
I mean, but the cops came in or whatever, the posse.
Military, right?
No, they were regular folks.
Okay,
But I
so
think
they were locals.
deputized locals, to clean up the
Whatever.
mess.
So they're people that probably they don't do this shit for a living. There's people eating faces,
Right, and I
right?
think right.
And they're just like, just shoot everything,
Well,
right?
you know what it is I think that was part of it because maybe the theory being if that was a military person, they may take a second to realize somebody else is pointing a gun at them, and that zombies don't point guns at people.
Maybe.
But you have this Joe, whoever that was, sworn in by the sheriff to help clean up this area. He just shoots at will because the sheriff or whatever that guy, I think he's the marshal sheriff. He tells him, "Hey, just take a shot through that window and get that one," because he's like, "I hear something moving," so you just take that shot, get him. But I was watching all those movies. It was like it was dystopian weekend. Logan's Run, and that one.
Logan's Run.
Seconds was bad.
I feel like Logan's Run. They were probably running around in a lot of pajamas, right?
There were those weird outfits, Star Trekky.
70s kind of.
But they were running
skin tight.
But they were running around a mall. But it was like an office
Maybe
building.
some iron-on type of lightning
Of
bolt on
course.
it
Well,
or
depends
something.
on what side you're on, right? But the big square robot that they knocked over looks like a cheese grater with a face.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
But it's like,
Remember where I was talking to you about the guy with the metal face?
mm-hmm.
That wasn't the guy, and I can't remember what the movie was from. Something else.
Clash of Titans.
No, I'll figure it out.
But so that one was like, it's set future, but not far future. Soylent Green is 2022. That movie Seconds was the 60s, but that was a terrible movie. Rock Hudson.
That was one of
You
those.
should get to see handsome Rock Hudson.
Oh, I thought you were talking. He made a Rock Hudson.
Whoa. Try again.
A Rock Hudson comment because of my swallow.
Hey, it works. It works. Hey, Rock Hudson. Start calling that the Rock Hudson.
Here, let me give you a low rock.
Oh, no. Oh, jeez. So that movie was just like, you get rid of your past to do this future that you want, but meanwhile, everybody's doing the future they want, so it's no fun. Like, this guy was a banker, and they said, look, this guy kept calling him, listen, it's Charlie. And he's like, he had to convince him that it was Charlie, and he finally believed it was Charlie. And Charlie was calling late at night, so he didn't really realize why he was calling him. So he finally convinced the guy, look, you're not happy at home. And he wasn't happy with his wife. He was older. He was just like a portly dude. So he introduced him to these people, and they said, listen, for 30 grand, you get to change your face, change everything. We say you died. We send you to California. So that's how he's like, oh, Charlie's calling from California, so Charlie must be out there. So they do all the work on him. He goes from this portly, weird-looking dude to Rock Hudson.
Of course.
Now, all of a sudden, now he's a painter because the old guy he painted in his garage. He liked to paint paintings.
Okay.
And so he went out there. He died in a hotel fire, burnt beyond recognition, except enough to convince. So what they do is they find somebody that fits his profile, kill him. He starts new.
Right.
So he gets out there. He starts to hate it because there's no ups and downs. It's all the same thing, right? Oh, you're a great painter. Everybody loves your paintings. You're great. There's no high and low. You do what you do, and everybody loves it. And he blows it. He kind of slips, gets hammered, starts telling people it's all about his past. So they're all mad at him. So now he tells them, "Listen, I got to get out of this thing." And they're like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Just got to convince somebody that can replace you, so we can burn them up or whatever they do." And turns out he looks like Charlie, and he figures out that's Charlie. So Charlie wants to get out, so Charlie uses him to die so that he can start his new life. Charlie was grooming the other guy the whole time, but you don't realize. But that was weird, dystopian. Like I said, Soylent Green. You didn't watch Soylent Green. Punishment Park. That was a good one. You had to run across the desert and not get killed by the cops. One of those fake documentaries.
I had a thought and I lost it.
Okay. Sounds like it's about that time of night where those thoughts get fleeting.
You were telling that story about that first movie, and I had something. I was trying to hold it
Just blurted it out.
till you finished.
I
I didn't want to stomp on you, and then I lost it.
Should just blurted it out. We could have
I
addressed
should have.
it.
I should
Just
have.
blah.
I should have. Now it's gone forever, and I feel like a douche.
And then the best dystopian one was Plato's Retreat. Whew. Ooh.
Hold on. Go back. Go back. Maybe I could get this.
Which one?
Never mind.
Wow. You know what?
I'm waving a white flag. Fuck it.
This is what fourth quarter looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm done.
Well, that it was called American Swing, man. 70s.
I was
Plato's
supposed to watch
Retreat.
that, and I didn't. Well, I didn't have time. I was away all weekend, but
Yeah. We could have
because
put
I
it on.
lived that party life.
We could have
bro.
put that on for you.
Party life, dude.
It was.
AC. I'm in Motown. I'm all over the place.
You're semi-regional.
Yes. I'm in this county. I'm in that county.
Dude, can
I'm
you...
hanging with young bitches.
Sort of. I'm young bitch adjacent.
I'm getting ignored by bartenders.
Yeah. That was a hype thing, I think.
What's
That
that?
was a full bar.
Always, dude. That's always been me at a bar forever. forever. I get totally glossed over.
You're standing there. I look up your back. I go, what happened?
Yeah, I gotta fucking like do
Wait.
the hey, and I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's not worth it.
No.
Because you end up looking like a douche, and they probably ignore you more.
Yeah.
Like, look at this guy. I
Yeah.
get it. But
Like I should just roll up a dollar bill and
yeah,
hit her in the face
with a
it.
note on it what you want to
Hey,
drink.
bitch.
Hey, listen, that's what I want to drink. But could you that movie though, man? I couldn't believe what went on in that building in the 70s in the city.
Plato's Retreat.
Oh yeah,
Some fucking
had a full pool in it. Why would you want to be in the pool?
kid soup.
Oh, there was a buffet. Oh,
It must be hard to get out of that pool.
like jellyfish. Just. Oh. And it's funny because like the swinging lifestyle. You're right.
I'm fucking hammered.
The swinging lifestyle wasn't for pretty people. I can tell you that.
It never is.
No.
It's like the nude beach.
Yeah. No.
There's just garbage on the nude beach.
The people, yes, they're free spirits, 100%.
You need to go to Europe.
To see pretty people on the nude beach.
Well, if people in Europe keep themselves more together than they do in the States.
Oh yeah, these people aren't together.
So you'll get better. I'm not saying it's great,
Oof.
but
You get that way.
the fucking plants wilting.
Well, you gotta water it. Maybe some
No,
light-
it's the burp.
Oh.
I watered it.
Today,
It's,
yeah.
it's good. It's good.
But to listen to the lack of, I guess it was a shyness or whatever you want to call it, lack of humility from these people who are probably in their 70s now.
No
60s.
shame?
Yeah. Oof. And then there was pictures. So many pictures.
I don't get no shame. Like sometimes I wish I had that
Right.
quality.
Shame?
No shame.
Oh, no shame. Yeah, just be
No
able to do
shame.
whatever you want like that? To
yeah,
that level?
because if I think about certain people in my recent past, they had no shame, and they could do anything.
Didn't matter.
Yeah, like I'm a type of guy. I can't wear a pair of sneakers for 6 months and then go return it.
Mm-hmm.
However, certain folks that I know
Could do that?
not beat an unnatural eyelash.
I see where that was going. Go on. Like, not skip a beat or not bat an eyelash?
You can't bet those eyelashes. They're so heavy.
But I mean, like, are the sneakers clean?
I don't know. I didn't look that close. But even knowing it, I couldn't do it.
Is it confidence or is it shame? That's shame, probably.
It's scam is what it is.
Right. I guess
Yeah,
so,
it's
right?
scam. It's shady.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sketchy, sure.
Yeah.
You bought the product, it's your product.
You fucked with it for a couple months. Like,
Keep it.
whether or not your kids wore it
Right,
twice. Doesn't matter.
right,
You still bought it 4 months ago. It's yours now.
right. There's a million.
Don't fucking bring it back.
There's a million people who do that. People buy
I
clothes
know.
for a
No
day.
shit. No
And
shit.
return it after they use it.
No
Or-
shit.
Remember that was always a big scam around Super Bowl? People buy a big TV for the show, Super Bowl, and then return it.
Dude, last suit I bought smelled like nuts.
Peanuts?
Pits and nuts.
Oh, because that's the only suit you wore?
No, I'm just fucking joking.
Or somebody else's suit.
Somebody wore it around for a while. I think they were doing jujitsu in that thing.
I don't want to repeat what that sounded like.
Jujitsu.
Choo-choo and jujitsu. Oh my god!
I got 9 more minutes to ride out, and I got just put my tongue to rest.
we can call it whatever you want. But the point of that is that
I'm a trooper, dude. I'll
Oh,
go
yeah?
to the end. I don't give a shit.
down
I'll
swinging.
go for another 28
No, no, you won't.
just to see how bad it could get.
It's like that guy that was fighting.
I'm all about the editing, dude. I don't give a fuck.
The guy who was fighting who was just getting beat and beat and he wouldn't submit on the UFC, the undercard, remember?
Which one? The guy with the
With
fucking
the beard?
cherry pie face?
Yeah, with the beard and the big cuts.
Oof.
He was not giving up. That guy finally had to call that
No,
fight.
his name was
Brad? Sam?
something Spanish. He didn't look Spanish though.
No, I thought he was an American dude.
No.
No?
He had red trunks, right? And
Yeah.
a beard.
Yep.
It was
And a
something
red
like
face.
Fernandez or something. Maybe he's Portuguese.
Maybe, but he was red-faced because he was bloody as hell.
Well, that wasn't red face. That was
He-
gash. He had
was
gash
beat,
on his
that guy
face.
beat the hell out of him.
Which is normally not a bad thing. But in his
In
case,
certain circles, it's not a bad thing.
not good.
Terrible.
Your bent beard's fucking me up.
Yeah, leave my bent beard alone. Once it gets long, it'll unbend itself.
You think so? You think it's gonna lay down?
Yeah, once it gets heavy enough, it's gonna have no choice.
I want you to get a 40-string bass.
I don't think I can imagine it bending it. Like bending all the way out, like the fighting Irish.
Wait a minute. If my beard got to be 2 feet long,
Okay. You think it would keep on the bend? It wouldn't weigh itself down?
no, I would pomade it to
Right.
be a ski slope. I wouldn't even care.
Like,
Yeah.
what's Fifth Element? What was that movie with? The
I
guy
would-
had the beard like that.
I would poke people with it. Be like, hey,
You'd be just shooting marbles off it at people.
hey.
That's a good way to get people's attention.
You know how sometimes you're in a line and somebody's not paying attention and they leave a lot of
Keep 'em up.
space. You just poke them with the
Keep
beard.
back of the head with
Hey,
keep it
move
moving.
up there.
Keep it moving, pal.
Tighten it up. I got shit to do. I want to feel like I'm making progress
And
here.
he's looking at you going, who would that come from? The guy with the pointy beard. Oh, man. But I guess, like I said, there's a level of humility and shame and whatever. People don't have it. They don't care. They just don't care. It's all about them. Well, Plato's Retreat, it was
I think
about
it's-
whoever you can get your hands on.
Fuck. I'm going down a bad road.
Well,
I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. I think it's about stupidity.
okay.
I think stupid motherfuckers don't care.
That's true.
I think the smarter you are, the more humility you have.
You have empathy and humility and all those things.
Until you get to a point where you're like autistic level,
Uh-huh.
Elon Muskish.
Right.
I'm not saying he's a dick about stuff, but he's definitely got to feel superior to other people, and he could kind of do and say what he wants to say,
Right.
right? So these dumbass fucks,
Got two levels. The best and the worst.
the dumbass fucks that I'm surrounded by,
Uh-huh.
because unfortunately I don't know Elon or anybody in his
His circle.
neck of the woods.
Right.
They're not lowering themselves to talk to me, so I'm stuck with the dumb fucks.
Okay.
Fucking Middlesex County dirt bags.
Okay. Go on. So now you're surrounded by people who are running the circuit, the scam. We got to elevate.
So, are you a product of your environment?
Yes.
100%, right?
Yes.
You have to be, right?
Water
'Cause
sinks to its lowest level.
You have to.
Right.
You have to navigate,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right? Because if you're in a whatever south side of Chicago and everybody's got guns and they're selling
Each other,
drugs and
right.
shooting each other, and you have to
Be safe.
either get Kevlar
Right.
or shoot back,
Kevlar.
right? Or run,
Right.
right? You don't have a lot of options. You move.
Mm-hmm.
If that's not an option, you need Kevlar or you need to shoot.
I like when you said it as a two names, Kevlar.
Did I?
The first time.
Oh, okay.
You got this guy Kevlar.
Mr. Lar.
He's German or something. Kevlar. Or Swedish, whatever. But yeah, no, well, you're a product of your environment
It's not
because
Lars Lar.
that's
What are you talking about?
Kev.
Lars Lar is coming.
Listen, I don't
He's
make
got
it
his
as a-
warhammer.
Thor?
You
Anyway,
said he was Swedish.
Thor was Swedish? What's it
Yeah,
name?
isn't it? That's
Nordic?
a whole Norse. Yeah, all that Scandinavian shit. That's all Norse.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
now,
Lars Lar is coming.
so yeah, you're definitely if you want to survive in the environment you're in, yeah, you have to be part of it.
Right.
Now, is that same true if you're in the wrong division? Like, say you don't want to be in this division, right? You don't want to be in that division where everybody's got guns, right? You want to be in that division where everybody's got money and everything, but that means you have
Always
to
good.
get there.
Right.
You can't get there unless you actually can get there. You can't pretend to be there because you'll burn out.
Fake it till you make it.
Hopefully, right? Or you burn out.
I think you can. I think you just it depends.
Now, what happens when you burn out and you come back down?
You know what's weird about rich folks is that they sort of embrace low life behavior,
Sure,
right?
kind of. Right.
Sure, without a doubt. I mean, that's why we have all the shit that we have, right?
Crooks.
I mean,
right. That's why.
Crooks, music,
Hmm?
they dive in.
Right.
They think they're superior, but they're more than willing to fucking
No. Right.
get down and dirty.
There's certain weird levels that the purest of it probably go one way, and the ones that are the worst part go the other way. You know what I mean? Like the nice version and the bad version, but they're all the same level.
Right.
Like there's probably a poor class, like we say South Side Chicago or whatever, that are shooting each other and stuff. There's probably another division of that somewhere where people aren't shooting each other. They don't have anything. They don't have a lot of money, right? But they all get along on a civil level. You know what I mean? So those little pockets are everywhere. But when you leave that pocket, say, okay, well, I want to go to that next level where people have more money and are nicer and all that, but I don't have it, right? So you try to fake it till you make it, and you fail. Now when you fall back down to your regular level, are you ostracized from that level? Or you were trying to be too good for us? So now you're an outcast at that level? How do you get back into the good graces at the level you're at? Or do you're on your own then?
I totally fuzzed out
Yeah,
in the middle of
I
that.
see it. You're getting dim. The lights are going dim.
You were talking about the south side of Chicago, and I started thinking about Lori Lightfoot,
Oh my
and
goodness.
she got voted out.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking maybe she's related to Gordon Lightfoot, and they wrote that song together, and I hate them both.
And that's how we wrap this up because
It's just
we are off the rails. So until next time.
like, subscribe, share, all that special stuff. Have a wonderful day, folks.
And? No, do your,
Oh, it doesn't.
do your thing.
T.O.T.